Welcome to the Vineet Loya Show. The goal of this podcast is to share the knowledge and wisdom I accumulated from various sources, such as listening to amazing podcasts, or watching creative videos, TV shows, and movies, or reading insightful books, or having meaningful conversation with people in real life. I hope you enjoyed this episode as much as I did while creating it. Hello. Today is amazing. Yesterday was amazing, and every single day after this is gonna be amazing as well. And I'm saying that because at least I feel that the world is transforming into a better place altogether. All the chaos we are seeing right now, it's just a churning of all the issues in the world, and something good will come out of it. And just having a positive outlook for everything in life will help you more than, just stressing over it. One other thing I was thinking of is it's better to have an empowering mindset in a victimized system or society than to have victimized mindset in an empowering society or system. Because an empowering mindset will uplift the victimized society, and the victimized mindset will pull down the empowered society. So, the core root of the problem we are facing in the world today is lack of empowerment within ourselves. And there are multiple factors for that. I was watching a video on doll test, and if you haven't checked it out, look it up. It's eye-opening because in that test, the researchers brought in a group of children, or one children at a time, and they were holding two different dolls, one white-colored doll and one black-colored doll. And they were asking them, very generic question like which one is a pretty dog, which one is a ugly doll, which one is good doll, which one is bad doll, and so on. And it's astonishing to see that majority of the white as well as black as well as Latino children pointed out that white doll was better than the black doll. And the reason for that, because one of the questions they asked was, which one do you think the adults like? And almost everyone pointed out that the adults prefer white doll over the black doll. So what I'm getting at is there is this subconscious training we've been handed out by our environment in general, because it's injustice to blame anything on our parents. They did the best they can with the tools they've received. And when we received that information, we created a narration within our mindset as well. And a lot of those mindsets are to feel disconnected from who they are. So if I'm not comfortable in my own body because, say, I'm short, and society have this bias against tall people versus short people. So it's very natural for me to not feel completely satisfied with my body, right? But instead of taking it as a confidence issue or being victimized because of that, will not take me anywhere at all. I mean, we all have this random tools of random body, random families, random color of skin, and random financial situation, at least in the family we grew up. But the best part of the world is, it is filled with abundance. If you can see the abundance in the world, the abundance of opportunities, the abundance of wealth, the abundance of love, the abundance of hope. The world is filled with abundance. And probably that's one of the reasons why we as humans migrated from one place to another place, because we know that the world is abundant for everyone, and we can explore and we can figure out which place would be best for our lifestyle. That abundance mindset is empowering because it strips away the victimized narration in our head. See, I'm not saying that there are not systems in place or societal policies in place which will oppress you, because there are a lot of policies in place which are not supporting to your overall growth. But when you have empowering mindset, you'll be able to resist that oppression and you'll be able to fight it through and still live your own truth. And that's the most important part of this, because we all are dealt with different cards and we have to find out our own strength of how we can use those cards. And playing a victim card is the easiest cop out. I mean, I can play a victim card whenever it's necessary and just say, like, it's not my responsibility that I'm a victim of the society and whatnot. Although that is true in some cases. Like I said, some systems are innately oppressive, but it doesn't mean that my mindset have to be victimized. I can be empowered, still living within a victimized society, and see how I can empower the system itself instead of being a victim and then being a helpless and then relying on others to change the policy, to change this, to do that. Instead of if I'm empowered, I will take a stand and I will say my truth and I will influence to change the policy, instead of hoping someone else do it. And there is a fine line between empowering and using power for wrong action. So empowering helps you to create, whereas pure power, typically is a form of destruction. And it's debatable. I believe that transformation is the nature of the life. So every destruction is followed by a creation. So it's a transformation from a destruction to creation. But the bigger question is, do you want to be a part of creation or do you want to be a part of destruction? Because you can transform by creating, by innovating, without destructing, and it will fade away over time. Or you can destruct and then build something on it, which is, I would say, least efficient, because destructive causes more chaos, destruction causes more pain and suffering into lives of everyone else. Whereas innovation and creation to transform from the old oppressive system to a new system which embrace everything and everyone. One of the ways you would be able to cultivate a creative and a transformative mindset is by practicing different flow techniques. These flow techniques varies from meditation to mindfulness to getting in flow by listening to music or by creating music, getting in flow by writing your journal or by reading a good book. And if you're a performer artist, then by performing in front of audience or solo, like in front of a camera. And all of these flow techniques will help you to change the frequency of your mindset and your physical body as well. I started feeling the vibrations of different frequencies once I started taking psychedelics. And that opened up my entire body so much that I can feel the frequency much easily. And then adding on to it, I started meditation. And especially the Vipassana meditation, which actually let you feel the same or similar vibrations and also helps you to analyze the places in your body where the vibrations are stagnant. And there are a lot of hypotheses on this, and this is just a hypothesis as far as I understand. I don't think it's a proven data or proven science as of now. But when we induce stress into our mind and body, these stress create stress hormone, and also our body chemistry entirely change, because when we are induced with stresses such as emails or social media, someone posting something which triggered you, that's a stress response from your mind and body. And when your mind and body respond to that as a threat, it will stop your immunity. or it will at least reduce your immunity. So you're not only being stressful for something which is, not even a real threat, but at the same time, you're harming yourself from within. So with your immunity level down, your body automatically stop producing, say, antibiotics, and that will increase the level of, say, viruses or bacteria within your body, because there is no antibody to fight the virus. And also the maligned cells, so that's end up being cancerous. So these are all combination of this stressful living. And once you're in flow, once you experience the vibrations, you would be able to feel which part of your body is more stressful than the other. And then you would be able to focus on that stressful area and dissipate that stress altogether. And that will make you feel lighter. We have the tools in our hand to heal ourselves. And I don't mean it to dismiss all the medical science, because that would be idiotic. But there is a limit, right? Like, up until a limit, you can control your body, you can control your stress, you can heal your body, right? That's why when you get a, cut on your skin, within a few days, it heals itself. You don't have to rush to a doctor every single time you get a cut. Our body have this internal healing mechanism, which is not a new news to anybody. But once we cross a line, if it's a deeper cut, then you would have to go to a doctor so that they can stitch you up. Otherwise, you'll be bleeding. And also, the open wound would attract more germs. I want to end it with saying that please practice some sort of flow state. And the easiest is to practice mindfulness and meditation. Thanks for listening. I hope you find our one-sided conversation valuable. Kindly share it with people in your life. I would love to hear back from you. You can find me on Twitter and Instagram at Vineet Loya. Also check out my website vineetloya.com. Enjoy rest of your day and stay peaceful.